I will call to order this special board meeting. Let the record show that four board members are present. Okay. So we will start with comments from the public. Hearing none. Dr. Kaiser.
Thank you, President George Davis and members of the board. I recommend that you approve the only action for this special board meeting, which is the consent agenda. This special board meeting allows us to confirm hiring of key positions to allow ample transition time in July. The consent agenda for this special board meeting includes a human resources report containing a certified personnel report with details in your board docs attachment, including 6 resignations, numbers 142 to 147, and 10 new appointments, numbers 33 through 42. I would also call your attention to designated administrative positions with board hiring memos detailing our process and resume support documents as well. I would also like to give you an overview of a restructuring of the grants and assessments position for your approval. The 2 support documents I would highlight for you are the executive summary restructure of grants and assessments positions and the adjusted grants and assessments split of responsibilities. Based on the ever increasing demands in the area of data analytics and visualization, the proposed concept is to create a focus team for data analytics and visualization and the tools and assessments that provide that data. In order to do so, the responsibilities of Dr. Chad Mihalik, the current grants and assessments coordinator, would be adjusted, and he would retain all assessment-related duties, but significantly expand his duties related to data analysis. As Dr. Mihalik takes over more data analysis responsibilities, his current responsibilities related to grants would be assigned to Shomi McPotty as the grants specialist. This change, Dr. Mihalik would be lateral in pay, but provides more focus to his role. With that explanation, I would recommend your approval for the consent agenda this morning, unless the board has any questions on that restructuring at this time.
If there are no further questions, I move that we approve the consent, approve the consent agenda as presented by Dr. Kaiser.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Any discussion? Back. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0. And with that, Dr. Kaiser, why don't you introduce our new administrator?
Happy to, President George Davis. In approving the consent agenda a few moments ago, you approved the hiring of several key positions in Washington Township. You have access to those complete hiring memos and appropriate resumes of the individuals in your documents this morning. But I just wanted to take a moment to highlight these outstanding individuals who will be filling important roles in Washington Township in the near future. So Ms. Douglas, if you wouldn't mind picking up Dr. Woodson, I would appreciate it. Chris Douglas has been a kindergarten teacher, a first grade teacher, a third grade teacher, a fourth grade teacher, an instructional coach, an assistant principal, and principal in the Indianapolis area since her graduation with a degree in elementary education from Butler University. She then returned to Butler, graduating from the experiential program for preparing school principals and qualifying for her building level administrator's license. Since 2019, Ms. Douglas served as principal of Raymond E. Brandis School number 65 and Eleanor Skillen School number 34 in Indianapolis Public Schools. Over her last 3 years of leadership at Eleanor Skillen, students have demonstrated substantial growth in iLearn achievement, with math scores rising 13 percentage points and ELA scores rising 16 percentage points in that span. I have no doubt that Ms. Douglas knows how excited her friend and colleague, Kelly Brotherton, is to be reuniting with her as a fellow elementary principal here in Washington Township. And I want her to know that the whole township shares Kelly's excitement as we welcome her as the new principal at Clearwater Elementary School. Dr. Skibinski. Dr. Wendy Skabinski has over 20 years of experience as a special education teacher, dean of students, assistant principal, a director of college and career readiness, and chief academic officer. Much of her time in these various roles was spent right here in Marion County as a teacher and administrator in Wayne Township from 1998 to 2021. She holds a Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education and Endorsement in Learning Disabilities from the University of Indianapolis, a Master's in Emotional Disabilities and Educational Leadership certification from Ball State, and a Gifted and Talented endorsement and a PhD in Curriculum and Instruction from Indiana State University. During her career, she has been recognized as a Naviance International Award winner, Army Educator of the Year, beat Navy, and Principal of the Year for District 7 of the Indiana Association of School Principals. It is with great pleasure that I welcome Dr. Wendy Skabinski as our Director of Student Services here for Washington Township Schools. And then finally, I am pleased to share with the board that via the consent agenda, you also approved a new dean at North Central High School, Ms. Shauna Farmer, and a new assistant principal at Eastwood Middle School, Ms. Vinay Rent. Neither of those candidates could join us today due to family obligations, and they will be welcomed at a regular school board meeting later in the year. This concludes our introductions, and I thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Kaiser. Anything else for the good of the order?
Can you please record my vote on the report?
Consent agenda.
It's aye.
Okay. I have to look, but we'll note it just in case. Thank you. Okay. In that case, I will
I move we adjourn.
discussion. All those in favor signify. Mr. Fetzel.
Aye.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned.